3 bedrooms, 1 level with a great meadow view and gorgeous Saddle Lake Farms. Colleen and David Black, Keller Williams Realty. Call on Colleen.
I'm James Spann. This is the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Friday morning, the 30th day of October. It's Halloween Eve, and we are getting set to get wet as we kick off the weekend. Let's take a look at some of the images around the network this morning. First off, coming from Tuscaloosa. Down below, that's the Hugh Thomas Bridge connecting Tuscaloosa and Northport. Image captured about 5 o'clock this morning. Here's the Gadsden sky cam up in Etowah County. Looks like the sky cloudy there. And always a nice shot of downtown Jasper, as seen from the King Building. Now, there we go. Big, deep trough. That's the one that's produced an incredible snowstorm out west. Produced some severe weather around Shreveport last night. A lot of wind damage around Shreveport and Texarkana. And that's creeping this way. Man, it's cold underneath that trough. Readings out there in the 10 to 19 degree range with a very thick blanket of snow on the ground. And around here, pretty mild. 60s, even low 70s at daybreak. Going to be a pretty warm late October day. Boy, look at that. A blizzard warning out there this morning on the 30th of October. That's where Kansas, Colorado, and Nebraska all come together out there around Goodland. Flash flood watches all the way from Houston up to Chicago. It looks like about half the state of Arkansas is under flash flood warnings this morning. Where you see those dots in there, those are warnings. And those Alabama counties highlighted that's a wind advisories. We'll have a pretty south or gusty south wind today. Well, there's the rain. Heaviest rain is just west of Memphis, and the intensities have gone downhill steadily since about 9 o'clock last night, and there's not been a lot of motion out there. That's the reason for all the flooding issues. And again, that trough is going to take its time, and that will be creeping into West Alabama this evening. And there could be a strong storm around, but severe weather not really expected to be a big problem. There's a really small, slight risk for much of Mississippi and extreme West Alabama. But the better dynamic forcing will be on the cool air side of that front, back in the cool air where there's no instability. So it's all out of phase. And of course, we'll watch things. What do we always say? When it comes to thunderstorms, expect the unexpected. Rain through Tuesday evening of next week. Of course, the big axis is really last night and today from Houston back up to Cape Girardeau. Here, the amounts will probably range from 1.5 inches around the shoals down to 1/2 inch at Dothan. And for this part of the state, it seems like the amounts about 1 inch will be likely. Let's look at it. This is the OZGFS at 1 o'clock today. This is at 500 millibars. There's your deep trough fighting that warm ridge that's over Florida. At midday today, most of the action is still west of here. It's going to be a breezy and warm day. We might flirt with 80 today if the sun breaks out for any length of time, which it might. And there could be a shower during the day, but the bulk of the day will likely be dry. But that will be creeping in here tonight. For the high school football games, we suggest you take the rain gear. The better chance of rain will be on the western side of the state, but even to the east, there could be a shower. Tomorrow, you can see a very strong piece of that trough is going to be rotating through here, but we will be in cool air. Notice the lower thickness values, and looks like it'll be a day where we kind of hover between 55 and 60 all day long. Cool and wet. Rain, certainly in the morning. The rain will be ending during the afternoon from west to east. But for the all the college football games, we recommend rain gear, including Auburn and the Magic City Classic. Probably no thunder, just cool and wet. Not exactly a Chamber of Commerce day, but Sunday looks great. And again, that's the running of the big race at Talladega, the Amp Energy 500. Sunny with mid-60s. Delightful. Boy, next week is quiet. Monday will be beautiful. Tuesday. Wednesday of next week. I promise the maps are changing. It's just a very dry air mass. There's Thursday. We stay dry. And a week from today, how about that? 5 days of beautiful weather next week, if this is all right. And even the next day, Saturday, the 7th of November, looks like a nice day to kick off that weekend, if this all verifies. Into the forecast, November 14th. Pretty strong trough coming out of the Rockies. This one without much cold air involved, and that would suggest rain for the plain states. But again, relatively benign weather. We must remember that November is our fall tornado season, so we'll watch things and see how it unfolds. If November is as active as October, we might have a severe weather threat or two along the way. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog, the next video by 3:30 or so today. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.
Each day, there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.